Hey guys, so today I have a figure review. Actually, I bought this years ago. I want to say 3 to 5 years ago. I don't remember what year I purchased this, but this is a Nendoroid. It's from Deathnote. It's the L character. I purchased this a long time ago, actually. My dad bought it for me because back then I was very young and I wasn't working. So yeah. So basically, this is a Nendoroid that I purchased. I got this from Pacific Mall. I usually don't recommend buying from there just because there's a lot of knockoffs. I did search up online about this one though. It does seem okay. Like just recently I found the box in his room. It was so long ago. So yeah. So I'm just gonna show the box and then we'll get started. And the reason why he's outside is because this is an old figure that I have, but I thought I'd do a review about it because why not? So usually I don't collect Nendoroids because they're kind of expensive to buy in Canada with all the import costs and everything. They get jacked up to like $100 at least if you go to like an anime store or something like that. And typically I did see a lot that are super cute, but I just been holding back recently for these types of figures just because I do have these figures behind you guys, behind the box over here. Those figures I actually like because they look like the whole character, not just a chibi version. So yeah, but I did see my hero ones online and I'm kind of tempted, but at the same time I'm just holding back because they're expensive, and also I figured out that Japanese companies like to do this thing where there are a lot of rarities, and what will happen is sometimes you can't find certain variants of characters for these figures, and then you'll have to actually, if you want those special things that come out, you have to go to Japan to specific stores that sell them and they'll be released there. But I do know those are also very pricey too, so it's kind of a difficult thing to collect. But to me, they remind me of Funko Pops, but better. But you know when you want to collect figures in like a cute form, and it's just like they all look cute and the same type of figure lined up together. I feel like Nendoroids are good for that. Um, and it completely depends on like what figures you prefer to get. So I'm just gonna show this first. I think they are worth the price, but they're a little expensive once you bring them over to America and Canada, and so this is why I haven't really purchased any. Yeah, so here is the box. Ignore the fact that everything's kind of messed up inside. This was laying in my dad's bedroom. It was just on the floor. I think as a kid, I really did not take care of this that well. So now that I am an adult, I will take care of this well. I bought this from Pacific Mall, but just a heads up, Pacific Mall has a lot of knockoffs and stuff. So if you want to buy from there, it is a Chinese mall. But if you want to buy from there, it's in Markham, but they do have a lot of knockoffs. So you have to know what you're looking for in terms of like what's real and what's a fake. So yeah, but I bought this when I was a kid, so I didn't really know much. I think it was like when I was a younger teenager. So yeah. I got into anime when I was in grade 9, so is it's in high school. So I got into anime pretty late compared to other people, and completely stopped after Death Note and Code Geass. I watched those two and then I stopped. I watched a couple other stuff like Full Metal Alchemist too, but the fact that I stopped and then I went back to anime just recently because I was pretty bored during quarantine. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But basically, my friend told me I think it was a year ago he told me to go look at My Hero Academia, and then I didn't finish it, and then I was like, I'm gonna finish it before season 5 comes out. So I ended up binge watching during quarantine for that. So yeah, so Death Note was like one of the last animes that I watched when I was like younger. So yeah. So this is the top. It has his name, and that's his code name too. And then you have the branding, and then Death Note, and then a picture of the figure. Um, I like how there's like a window, so when you actually put the figure in, you can see like it's cute. So you can display it in the box if you want to. I know some collectors like doing that. This box is kind of dusty. um, this is number 17. I actually did search up this figure. Apparently this is an older figure, so this is the first version. There is a 2.0 version that's out right now. It kind of looks a bit different, especially the way the eyes are made and the body is sculpted from what I've seen online, but you can search up pictures and stuff like that on Google, and there's 2 different versions, so it depends on which version you want to collect. The second version, I was going to say the first version, but the second version actually comes with a lot of more accessories. So I guess the older ones didn't have that many accessories to play with, but the second version comes with a couple more things, and the chair looks different and stuff like that. That's with the chair. So here it is. The back, it basically shows him with his different facial expressions that you can put on him. And there is a light figure that you can buy and then chain them up together with handcuffs. Some sort of handcuff chain. I got this for $34.99. So this was sorry, my voice. This was pretty cheap, but overall, nowadays, Nendoroids are not this cheap. I think this was just because it was in Pacific Mall and it was like super. This was like back in the day, so yeah. So this is L. I saw the pricings for them. They go from 30 to $100 depending on what character you get and everything. There's like rarities of characters and also like different things. Like if the characters come with heavier accessories, like I saw Bakugo from My Hero Academia is more expensive than Kirishima. Actually, that's because Bakugo has heavier accessories like the gauntlets that he wears and stuff like that, so it completely depends on what character you're going to buy. Some of the pricing is more expensive than others. And then he has a shocked face. So yeah, so I'm gonna open it so I can pull out all the accessories and then I'll show you the figure. So it just comes in this. I can see that there was tape on it. I guess I ripped it off, but there's tape on like everything. Basically, I guess this was where the stand was, and then I moved the stand in there to close it, but it's just me. Nowadays, these Nendoroids have like different stands. This is an older stand, I believe, but I saw their stand. It looks like it's square, and then it has like multiple pegs in it, so you can peg it in multiple spots. So this is probably like a really old version from what I've seen. So basically, just peg this in here, I guess. It says made in China. That's all it says. And no, I never use this stand, so this is the first time I'm actually opening it. So it's just like this. I think the newer versions have a better stand, to be honest, but this probably just does the job alright. I'll show you the different faces before I show you the body. So gonna take this down and then show you from there. So this is a shocked face, and I'll put them on there, his body, so that way you can see with the hair and stuff. But this is his shocked face. Kind of looks a bit creepy without the hair. This is his, I don't know, it looks like it's scheming or thinking about something. And it has the ears on the sides too. And then there's this one. This doesn't look amused at all. And then this is the actual face that I put on it. This is his sitting pose. Basically, he just sits. You can't move any of his arms in this pose, unfortunately. It's just like this. He's like, his thumb is there. It's kind of like, he has a signature look where he puts like the nail of his thumb, like the tip of his thumb in his mouth, like he's thinking hard. So that's what it was. The paint job is kind of a bit messy on this one, but it's okay. This, I think I know why I went for this face when I was younger. It's because it looks like the most unamused, and it looks like he's just thinking. And this is the back of it. And underneath, there are pegs here, which I'm surprised there are pegs because it's not really any pegs on the chair or anything which he can sit on. But yeah, so what's this? And you can have him like sitting on the chair. This is a bit dusty too. I need to clean this. But you can have him sit on the chair like that. The chair is pretty good. The paint job is really nice for this one. I know the chair on the other one looks a bit, the second version looks a bit more detailed than this if you search it up. So yeah, so this is really cute because you can pose your figure on it. So depending on what characters and stuff, you get different accessories with them. Not all of the characters and figures come with just a flake on him, but not all the characters and figures come with actual like chairs and stuff. It just depends on what it is. So I'm gonna take off this part. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. I think this face doesn't have a peg, or if I'm mistaken, this is supposed to come out. Yeah, this face doesn't have a peg, so this head is... I think this head is made for this one, because the peg is not coming out of the body. Yeah, I guess it's made for this one, because it's clearly not coming out. I don't think it's broken or anything. But what you can do is, there is a different body, so I'm going to take the hair off. So just an easy split through the middle, and then you can take it off. Like so. So what it looks like behind, and then this is what it looks like inside. And most of them are like you lock them together with the face. So I'm going to show the body that can actually stand. So this is the body that stands. You can move the arms back and forth, but that's pretty much it. I think some figures for the Nendoroids now have a little bit more posability than this. This is like really small, and you can take it apart easily too. You can kind of move the legs, but not that much. There's not much posability here, but the arms move all the way around. Okay, and so I'm just going to take each face and put it on so that way you guys can see the difference. So you just click it in place. There's not really anything holding it together. It's just like these grooves that are like tight fit. And then you just peg it in, I think. Please. So you just peg it. So I guess this is my chance to kind of test the stand and show you guys. So basically, I think it's supposed to wrap around his body like so. He does seem to fall over easily with this type of stand. This is not really a good stand, to be honest. I never used this before, so I don't know how it works. But I guess the key is to just balance him on it, but it seems like he doesn't want to balance that well. So there it is. I'll switch heads for you guys so that way you can see the difference with the hair. So this is this face with this hair. And then this one. I like how most of these Nendoroids, they come with multiple heads, so you can customize how they look and like what pose you want to do. Again, I think the newer ones have more posability. The older ones don't seem to have that much posability. Compared to the new ones, I did see videos of newer figures and they have better posability. And then for this one, actually, you can put his head back on. And then actually, it comes with one more accessory, which I never took out because I thought I was going to lose it. But it's this. It's basically, I don't think you can change any of these arms and stuff like this on the sitting one. And I guess that one head is only made for sitting while the other ones aren't. So depending on what type of position you want, I guess the sitting one only has one head you can put on it. But basically, you can take off his arm. Super easy, just a little peg. And you can put this arm here. Hope it's this side. Not good at these. And take his head off first because it's in the way. Sorry, I keep going off camera. So, clearly the hand broke off, but it's not broken. You just peg it back in. But basically, you can have him holding a cell phone, and then is that his cell phone or his badge? Looks like a cell phone. So yeah, so you can have him like this. Personally, I like this sitting pose just because it's super cute and you get to use the chair. If he stands, it's a bit difficult with the stand. However, if you get the right balance, it's good. I wouldn't suggest this type of stand if you own like any pets or stuff like that, like cats, because if they knock over the figure, it will knock over quite easily if they hit like the whatever shelving unit you're using to display these. But yeah, this is how it looks. And then the back of the hair is really well sculpted too. Like all of his hair is well sculpted. Some of the paint job in the eye could use some work. The paint job on the feet is a bit smudged, but I think it doesn't really matter. I think it's like just the quality control in general. Most of them, from what I've seen online, have good quality control. This is just one of them that just happened to not have that great stuff. And I wasn't paying attention when I was a kid, so clearly, when I was younger, so clearly I did not pay attention to that well. But yeah, I'm just gonna switch the hair back to the one that I like. And I just like this pose that he can sit on the chair, just like in the show. So these are all the accessories that it came with. So 3 faces, and then a different body, and then 1 extra arm, so that way, well, this is the extra arm, but yeah, and then stand. Overall, it's a really good figure. The paint job, I guess it depends on which one you buy. Normally, that's why people like to purchase figures in person, so that way you can see the paint job and see any imperfections that you like. I don't really mind because a couple of My Hero Academia ones, if you pay close attention, some of them actually have like a bit of a rough paint job, but overall, this figure is really good. I think for the price, it was fairly $34.99. It's a reasonable price. He's almost the same price as these guys. However, he does come with more accessories, so I will say Nendoroids are kind of worth it at the end of the day. It's just that in terms of import costs and stuff, a lot of the time they become overpriced in Canada, so that's why I don't normally buy them. But if you're someone who wants to collect cute chibi figures of anime characters that you like, I would suggest Nendoroids. However, I guess for me, I prefer these McFarlane toys. Now, McFarlane is more of a westernized version of figures, as for Nendoroid is a Japanese company, so it is Japanese versions of figures. So, yeah, if you like Japanese figures and you like chibis, you can collect your favorite characters all in like this type of series. I feel like they kind of remind me of like Funko Pops in terms of like if you want to collect a figure of a character and you want to collect different series of characters like from different shows and stuff like that, you can collect them to look the same because the aesthetic of the character and the figure are exactly the same. For if you're someone who's like more picky about like the build of the character and stuff like that, sometimes you might want to go for like regular figures like behind. Oh, there's a whole bunch of figures there that I have, but it completely depends on what aesthetic you're going for when it comes to your collection. If you want them to all look similar and like stacked up to and like side by side together, like and this looks similar like this, I think Nendoroids are a good pick. I haven't been able to find many websites that have Nendoroids. I think there are some on Amazon from what I know, but because I bought this in Pacific Mall, I don't really have like a website you guys can go on and buy it. I might try to find a link on someplace so that way you guys can buy this type of Nendoroid, but I'm not promising anything because it's hard to find Nendoroids. I think I did find one, but I heard like depending on, I don't know how that site works because sometimes people said, oh, you have to pay customs fee for when they ship it to you, and others say you don't. So, but one person said they bought from a website that I was looking on, and they said they ordered twice, and one order they paid a customs fee, and the other one they didn't, so they didn't know why. So I don't know. But overall, I don't see myself completely collecting Nendoroids. Like they're tempting, but I think I have enough Kirishima and Bakugo. Like I have like 3 versions of Kirishima, like including statues like that, and then 2 versions of Bakugo. So yeah, but all in all, this is a really cute set, and if you want to buy figures that are super cute, you can definitely like check out Nendoroids in terms of that. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I did a good review. I was kind of like the sculpting is really nice, and I was kind of trying my English. I was kind of trying to do as detailed as much as possible, but the sculpting is really nice. The stand is kind of dinky for this, but if you buy the newer version, I'm pretty sure it has a better stand. They did upgrade their stand to be a whole lot better. And some of the characters even come like with extra, like an extra peg stand for like a, there's like a slogan, like sound effects. I know the My Hero Academia ones, some of them have sound effects where you can put it on a stand and you can peg it behind the character or in front of the character and make it look like a comic book. So that's really cool too. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!